Greece, a land synonymous with ancient wonders and idyllic islands, finds itself battling a relentless adversary, nature's fury. Torrential rains, thunderstorms of unprecedented ferocity, the skies have opened up in a way that hasn't been seen in decades, if ever. The once serene landscapes are now scenes of chaos and turmoil, hailstones the size of golf balls. These icy missiles have pelted down with such force that they have shattered windows, dented cars, and caused injuries to those unfortunate enough to be caught outside. These are not scenes from a disaster movie but the stark reality for millions across this Mediterranean nation. Streets have turned into rivers, homes have been inundated, and businesses have been brought to a standstill. The economic impact is staggering, with losses running into millions of euros. The skies, once a brilliant blue, have transformed into a canvas of menacing gray, unleashing their wrath upon unsuspecting communities. The relentless storms have not only darkened the skies but also the spirits of the people who call this beautiful country home. From the iconic Cyclades Islands to the historic Peloponnese Peninsula, a trail of devastation stretches across the landscape. Ancient ruins which have stood the test of time now face a new kind of threat. The cultural heritage of Greece is at risk, with many historic sites suffering damage. This is not the Greece of postcards and travel brochures. The picturesque beaches and charming villages that attract millions of tourists each year are now scenes of destruction. The tourism industry, a vital part of the Greek economy, is facing an uncertain future. This is Greece in crisis, grappling with the raw power of nature's fury. Communities are coming together to support one another, but the challenges are immense. Emergency services are stretched to their limits, and the government is calling for international aid. The relentless downpours have transformed picturesque villages into raging torrents, sweeping away cars, flooding homes, and leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The infrastructure, already strained, is buckling under the pressure. Roads have been washed away, and power outages are widespread. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and the sound of rushing water, a symphony of chaos that has silenced the usual sounds of laughter and life. The resilience of the Greek people is being tested like never before, but there is hope that with time and support, they will rebuild and recover from this unprecedented natural disaster. The Cyclades, renowned for their whitewashed houses and azure waters, have borne the brunt of the storms. Islands like Paros and Mykonos, usually teeming with tourists, now resemble disaster zones. The Peloponnese Peninsula, a region steeped in history, hasn't been spared either. Villages are cut off, roads have vanished beneath floodwaters, and ancient ruins bear the scars of the relentless onslaught. Central Greece, home to bustling cities and fertile plains, is facing its own battle. Raging rivers threaten to burst their banks while landslides block vital roads, cutting off access to remote communities. The relentless rain has transformed once fertile fields into muddy swamps, raising concerns about crop damage and potential food shortages. The situation is dire, and the true extent of the damage is yet to be fully grasped. The idyllic island of Paros, known for its pristine beaches and charming villages, has been transformed into a scene of utter devastation. Once a paradise for tourists and locals alike, the island now faces an unprecedented crisis. Floodwaters have swept through the island, leaving a trail of debris and destruction in their wake. Streets that were once filled with laughter and the hustle and bustle of daily life are now unrecognizable. Cars are submerged, shops are destroyed, and homes have been reduced to rubble. The sheer force of the water has left nothing untouched, turning vibrant neighborhoods into ghost towns. The once bustling streets are now eerily silent, save for the sound of rushing water and the occasional cry for help. The silence is haunting, a stark contrast to the lively atmosphere that once defined Paros. "I have never seen anything like this in all my years living on Paros," says Giannis, a local shopkeeper, his voice trembling with shock. His shop, a cornerstone of the community, now lies in ruins. "The water came so fast we barely had time to react. We lost everything. The speed and ferocity of the flood caught everyone off guard, leaving little time for preparation or evacuation. The floodwaters have ripped through the heart of the island, leaving behind a scene of utter devastation. Central Paros, once a hub of activity, now stands as a testament to the power of nature's fury. The economic impact on this tourism-dependent island is expected to be severe, with many businesses facing an uncertain future. The livelihoods of countless residents hang in the balance as the island grapples with the aftermath of this natural disaster. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, but the spirit of Paros remains unbroken. Section 4. Mykonos glamour washed away. Mykonos, the glamorous island known for its vibrant nightlife and celebrity visitors, has also been brought to its knees. The relentless rain has transformed the island's iconic narrow streets into raging torrents, washing away cars and flooding businesses. The famed beaches, usually packed with sunbathers, are now deserted, littered with debris and battered by high waves. The National Observatory of Athens has reported over 600 millimeters of rain in Mykonos in just 72 hours, more than the island typically receives in 6 months. This is an unprecedented weather event, says Professor Christos Zarafos, a leading climatologist. The intensity and duration of the rainfall are unlike anything we have seen before. The deluge has overwhelmed the island's infrastructure, leaving residents and authorities struggling to cope. Section 5. Echoes of destruction. The devastation is not confined to Paros and Mykonos. The once serene landscapes of these islands now bear the scars of nature's fury, with homes reduced to rubble and infrastructure severely compromised. Across the Cyclades, similar scenes of destruction are playing out. Streets that were once bustling with life are now submerged under murky floodwaters, and buildings that stood for generations have been battered and broken. On the island of Naxos, a landslide has blocked a major road, cutting off access to several villages. This has left many residents isolated, struggling to find ways to connect with the outside world and receive much-needed supplies. On Syros, the main port is closed due to high winds and rough seas. The closure of this critical hub has disrupted the flow of goods and people, further exacerbating the challenges faced by the islanders. The storm's impact extends beyond the islands. The Greek mainland has not been spared, with dark storm clouds looming ominously and relentless rain and wind battering the region. In the Peloponnese, villages have been cut off by floodwaters, while in central Greece, hailstorms have damaged crops and caused widespread power outages. The agricultural sector, a vital part of the local economy, has been hit hard, with farmers facing significant losses. The Greek government has declared a state of emergency in the affected regions and has mobilized the army to assist with rescue and relief efforts. Soldiers are working tirelessly to reach those in need, providing essential aid and support. Emergency services are working around the clock to evacuate stranded residents, clear debris, and restore essential services. Their efforts are a beacon of hope amidst the chaos, as they strive to bring some semblance of normalcy back to the devastated areas. However, the scale of the disaster is immense, and the road to recovery promises to be long and arduous. Communities are coming together, showing resilience and solidarity, but the journey ahead is fraught with challenges. The echoes of destruction will linger, but so too will the spirit of determination and hope. Section 6. A glimmer of hope amidst the ruins. Amidst the devastation and despair, the spirit of resilience shines through. Communities are coming together to support each other, sharing food, shelter, and words of encouragement. Volunteers from across Greece and beyond are flocking to the affected areas, offering their time and skills to assist with the recovery efforts. We may have lost our homes and possessions, but we haven't lost our spirit, says Eleni, a resident of Paros, as she helps distribute food at a makeshift shelter. We will rebuild our lives and our communities stronger than before. Her words reflect the determination of the Greek people to overcome this tragedy. Section 7. Rebuilding from the rubble. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, but the Greek people are no strangers to adversity. With the support of their government, the international community, and their own unwavering spirit, they will rebuild their lives and their communities. The task ahead is immense, but the human spirit, particularly in the face of such overwhelming odds, has an uncanny ability to persevere and emerge stronger from the ruins. The relentless storm may have left a trail of destruction, but it has also revealed the strength, compassion, and resilience of the human spirit. As Greece begins the long process of rebuilding, the world watches in admiration and offers its unwavering support.